We're taking a live look in Brussels, Belgium this morning, where there has been a major terror attack this morning. At least 3 explosions have been reported, and as many as 28 people have been killed. The Belgian Prime Minister said this morning this is a, quote, dark time for our country. Belgium's top prosecutor says a criminal investigation has already been opened.
A very good Tuesday morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. Kyle Bosch here with Lisa Bedeau as we start nonstop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And of course, we do start with what we know so far about those attacks in Belgium this morning. At least 2 explosions, one reportedly carried out by a suicide attacker, rocked the Brussels airport just after 8 o'clock in the morning local time. A short time later, explosions were reported at a metro train station in Brussels. The attacks, which appear coordinated, happened just days after the high-profile arrest of terror suspect Salah Abdel-Salam in Brussels. Abdel-Salam is the prime suspect in those deadly terror attacks in Paris and had been on the run since November.
The threat level in Belgium has been raised to its highest level, which means authorities can deploy the army onto the streets to meet security needs. President Obama has been briefed on the situation. U.S. citizens living in Brussels are being told to shelter in place and avoid all forms of public transportation. Stay with Valley News Live for much more on this breaking story and also following the Valley today on NBC and CBS. Also breaking for you this morning, people could be waking up to calls from police after a garage burglary spree overnight. Police say someone gained access to the garages in the 3500 block of 28th Street South early this morning, then kicked their way through adjoining garage units.
Now, Fargo police were notified about what was going on by a man who lives in those apartment buildings. He called them just after 2 a.m. after he heard a commotion near the garages and saw someone running away from that area. When officers arrived, they found holes in the sheetrock between a number of the garage units. Police say they are still trying to figure out exactly how many people were victimized and what was stolen.
We're coming up on 6:51. Time for weather and traffic on the ones, and we check in first with meteorologist Lisa Green. Different weather story depending on whether you're in the northern or southern valley.
Exactly. The southern valley, of course, we're enjoying clear skies, and that gives us a chance to check out that nearly full moon that's getting ready to set over the western horizon. There's I-94 down there, so you can see it's pretty close to setting here in the next several minutes and starting to take on that orange hue that we often see when the moon rises and sets. Beautiful shot, and we'll start the day with some clear skies and sunshine in Fargo Moorhead once the sun rises. However, up to the north, we've got clouds and snow there, so different story. And we may see some of those clouds start to build in throughout the daytime hours today as well in the southern valley. Temperatures will be rising into the mid to upper 40s for your highs, and wind out of the northeast, and it's going to be brisk at times into the teens and gusting into the 20s during the day. Here's a look at the differences we've got going on. We've got some clouds down in the far south. In between the snow and clouds south, we've got clear skies, and then a couple of areas of scattered light snow showers up to the north. Those are winding down, but there are still some areas where we're still seeing some light snow south of Langdon and then back over into northwest Minnesota as well. So keep in mind, you're probably going to see some snowflakes for that morning commute up in the northern valley, and there may be a little dusting of snow on the ground too. Temperatures in the 20s and some low 30s out there this morning. 34 degrees in Grand Forks, 33 in Fargo. When you factor in that wind, though, it feels like it's in the 20s just about for everybody here in the valley. So definitely a morning to bundle up here. And for the afternoon hours, we'll see temperatures that make their way into the upper 40s in Fargo. That chance for some rain and snow, that's mainly going to be north, and I think that's winding down now. For Wednesday, a chance for some flurries hanging around, a little breezy, temperatures into the 30s. And for Thursday, we see the sun return. 40 degrees will be your high. And ahead for the holiday weekend, Friday still looks like it could be a little bit messy with a chance for some rain and snow. And then as we move ahead into the weekend itself, expect Easter Sunday to be the best day with 45 degrees your high and some sunshine on the way. Let's check in now with Al.
I'm eastbound on Interstate 94, Lise. Let me tell you something. We have a busy morning out here. A lot of traffic, both east and westbound on Interstate 94. Also, I-29 is really rolling this morning as well. Overall, the traffic is definitely picking up around the FM metro area. Drive carefully today. Al Ahmed, Valley Today traffic.
Authorities in North Dakota are looking into Amber Alert procedures after a big mistake on the most recent alert. It was issued yesterday morning for Amy Messerly and included a picture of a suspect who's been dead for almost a year.
It wasn't until the girl was found safe that the patrol was notified that the suspect picture provided of Larry Marlin Fox was a man who died in August of 2015. There are apparently 2 Larry Foxes with the same middle initial, but different birth dates. The 3 affiliated tribes police would not give out any information about what happened with the mislabeling. The girl was found safe with her father at Four Bears Casino in Newtown.
A hero shoot. That is what ESPN is calling their time in Fargo this week with projected first-round draft pick Carson Wentz. Wentz is one of expected 6 athletes that will be showcased in features leading up to the NFL draft next month. The ESPN crew shut down a part of Broadway in front of the Fargo Theater yesterday morning for that shoot with Wentz.
Pretty cool video here. Wentz was seen throwing the football in front of the marquee Fargo Theater sign that boasted his name. He took a break from his filming responsibilities to sign a football for one patient young fan before getting back to work. ESPN said they had a few other shoots around Fargo as well as a trip to Jamestown, all intended to profile Wentz in his college town and home state in creative ways.
Now, ESPN isn't the only national network that will be in the area this week. The NFL Network will be sending draft expert Mike Mayock to Fargo on Thursday to profile Carson Wentz and Joe Hag for the NDSU Pro Day. Now, the NFL Network will be at the Fargo Dome bringing live coverage of the Bison Pro Day as part of their Path to the Draft series. They'll also have coverage during their NFL Total Access show, as well as Mayock giving on-air updates throughout the day. Now, the Pro Day event is closed to the public, but of course, we'll have plenty of updates for you right here at Valley News Live. Minnesota's U.S. Senator Al Franken is headed to Moorhead today to talk with employers, students, and school officials about what he calls the skills gap and efforts to train workers for jobs that can be hard to fill.
Franken has pushed for partnerships between educators and businesses to ensure the workforce is trained for the jobs that are available. He'll be at M State Moorhead at 10 a.m., then later at Lakeland Mental Health Center to discuss expansion of mental health services in the region. More proof on the major slowdown in North Dakota's oil production. The March deposit into the Legacy Fund dropped 30%.
Yeah, that March deposit was $22.9 million, down nearly $9 million from February. The largest deposit into the fund ever happened in August of 2014, more than $117 million. President Barack Obama is set to address the Cuban people and sit down with dissidents today on the 3rd and final stop of his historic visit to the island nation. Yesterday, he did meet with Cuban leader Raul Castro and pressed him to improve human rights. Also on the president's agenda today, he's attending a baseball game between Cuba's national team and the Tampa Bay Rays.
Another Tuesday, another night of primaries and caucuses in the presidential race. Candidates will duke it out in 3 states tonight. We will hear from voters from both parties in the Arizona primary and Utah caucus. Democratic voters will also cast their vote in the Idaho caucus.
Now, yesterday, the candidates addressed a prominent pro-Israeli organization. Donald Trump declared himself a friend of Israel at the event, while Hillary Clinton targeted Trump's recent claims that he would be a neutral bargainer between Israel and Palestine. Ted Cruz and John Kasich also addressed that AIPAC conference.
It's a time for some people's favorites, chocolate eggs, and how about those sugar peeps? But Easter isn't all about the sweet treats.
Oh, I love the Cadbury eggs. That's what Easter's about for me. The Valley Today's Christy Larson. She's a peep lover herself. We know the count is at least 3. She's joining us live from the Family Wellness Kitchen with more on, of course, enjoying Easter and enjoying your favorites, but, doing it in a healthier way. Hi, Christy.
Good morning, guys. That's right. Our Sanford dietitian, Kelsey Herrick, has always emphasized doing things in moderation, and that means we can even help our guests out. So if you're the one hosting, smaller plates, encouraging smaller portions even.
Exactly. Instead of using the big plates that we have, just set out the smaller plates for your guests to enjoy too. And just keep in mind moderation and portion control during the holidays, because it's important to eat the foods that you like, and it's important to include all of those foods. It's just how much.
I know you've said it many times, but sneaking in those healthy vegetables anytime we can and substituting, some of those recipes have so much sodium in them. So if you do have the option, go for the low sodium items.
Exactly. That's what we did with the chicken. We did the reduced sodium broth, and then instead of using salt, we were using a lot of different herbs too to get some different flavors.
And the same for our muffins here, which smell delicious. I don't know if it's the mix of the ginger or the applesauce or carrots. I'm not sure, but they smell so good. I can't wait to dig into those. And we did decide that these look a little more Christmassy than Easter. You could still put them out for Easter. We added rosemary on top. So Kyle, here's what I think we need to do just to make it look a little more Eastery. This is a plate for Christy. But again, have a happy, healthy holiday. Try to eat in your portion size is a little bit smaller. And yes, it's only 3 for the day, but I might just have to eat that one.
We're up to 4 now. I'm close. I said 5. That was my
funny.
running total, was that she'd at least 5.
Half.
Now I've still got 2.5 minutes before she downs that one and one more. But only Christy Larson dresses up her chicken
With a peep.
with a peep.
That was awesome. Good stuff. Christy Larson reporting live for us. Thank you, Christy. She's going to be bouncing off the walls with all that sugar when she gets back here. Let's get her answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. 1 in 4 people polled say they'd do this if they lost their cell phone.
The answer, cry.
I believe that. I think I would.
I think I would too. I mean, obviously, people see it. We have our phones on that. I mean, we're using them all morning, you know, updating the website, updating our Twitter feeds, and just looking at stuff.
Without it,
You know,
I
when you
just start to
forget it at
panic.
home?
We talked about that too. You just are lost.
You don't feel right all day long.
No.
Yeah, yeah. I walk from the weather center to the weather wall with my phone in my hand sometimes. It's like, what, 20 feet? That's
Yeah.
about
Are you
it.
checking the weather app?
I am, of course, checking the weather app. It's a very great tool to use if you haven't downloaded it yet. Today, you might want to check it because there's some snow up in the northern valley to track. It is diminishing. That's the good news. Temperatures there are going to be a little cooler into the 30s today. And Fargo will be in the mid to upper 40s. We're starting off the day with a nice sunrise. And the holiday weekend, Friday, Good Friday, will be the worst day of the 3. The Sunday itself, Easter Sunday, looks pretty good.
Nice. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. More local news and weather right here in just 25 minutes.
Have a great Tuesday, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning.